Greetings and welcome to episode 31 of my Empire Total War Darth mod Knights of St. John campaign, and this, my friends, how I did it last time. And before we get into this campaign proper, my friends, I'd like to thank all of you for your wonderful sort of advice, wonderful support in the recent channel update, and I thank all of you who took the time to vote as well. The vote went, and I'll put the vote up now. This is as of me recording this. This vote is accurate as I'm recording now. The majority of you who voted would like things to remain as they are. It seems that quite a number of the council do sort of like and appreciate the sort of the introduction I put into it, and sort of the almost like story we sort of build up through each campaign, and the introduction sort of a lot of you like the introduction, enjoy the introduction, and sort of have it builds up towards the campaign. It makes the campaign, almost gives it a story, as it were, that you can sort of follow all the way through. Now there were of course some other tweaks and some adjustments that some of the council members would like to see to the introduction, some things taken away, so maybe some things shortened, some things tweaked. So over the time I'm going to try and get that done. I'm going to try and tweak things, try and adjust things, make things a bit more accessible. I won't take everything away from the instructions stay the same, but I'll just reduce some things down. Maybe the what was in the previous episode. I won't put so many clips of what was in the previous episode, because I know some of the council weren't too sort of weren't too fussed on having that there, which is I completely understand, my friends. And but a lot of you enjoyed the comments, and a lot of you enjoyed some of the little things I've added to it as well. So I'll always look to change and adapt that now. So a lot of you weren't really concerned with the sort of resolution. A lot of you saying we're not really worried about that, as long as you give us the sort of the campaign. We enjoy the campaigns, and the number of actually enjoy the longer campaigns, the longer sort of episodes as well. So of course, at the moment the introduction will stay. Things will stay as they are, and as long as the council is happy with that. And I know that there are those who voted for change as well. I will try and sort of adapt things to sort of make everybody as happy as I possibly can. Of course, I can't do both at the same time. I hope you understand that, my friends. But I will try to sort of introduce changes that make it easier viewing for those who wanted the introduction taken away, but also keep the introduction for those who wanted it. So I'll sort of there'll be a little bit of a change there as well. I'll try also to increase how quickly I can able to get the things, but I don't really want to, if I'm going to stay with this, if we are going to stay with this sort of particular setup here, my friends, of the format, I don't really want to degrade the quality. That I think that's really important, that we keep the quality as high as we possibly can for the campaigns in all things. I'm a firm believer, and if you've got some, if you want the quality to be there, you have to maintain that quality all the way through. So if I make any changes, that won't be at the cost of quality of the videos. I don't think that's something we should really do. But anyway, I'd like thank all of you for your wonderful support, your wonderful advice, your wonderful suggestions and comments, taking the time to vote as well. I do really appreciate it, my friends. But as you can see here, we do have, and this really is a battle here, this campaign. We've been a while since we've been at this campaign, and it really is turning into quite the battle here, quite the real fight here. This is quite a very brutal campaign we're involved in here. And as was pointed out, this is not a civil war between the Marathons and the Mughal Empire. It is just what we call a war between two warring nations. So I was actually corrected when I kept saying it's a civil war. It isn't really a civil war. It is a war against two different nations. So I'm trying to put out that, remove that sort of civil part of that war. But we are very, very close to defeating the Marathan Confederacy in its entirety. You know, as you can see in the distance here, now as you can see, Hyderabad is taken by the Mughal Empire, but we had to take one of the major cities here. Hyderabad was our first goal. We were actually aiming for Hyderabad, but as soon as the Mughal Empire took Hyderabad, then we had to do something. We had to capture the next, not the next best thing, but the single largest capital and the largest city, as it were, on the continent of India here, in the subcontinent. And that, my friends, is here. We had to capture Satara, Bijapur here. We had to take it for ourselves, because otherwise we would have had, if the Mughal's empire had taken it, we'd have effectively been sort of cut off down in the south here, not being able to sort of expand if we need. But now we moved via amphibious assault and took Satara, Bijapur, Now that is firmly under our control. We've also sealed off all of the ports here. Now Goa is going to be a target of ours. We need to capture all of the coastline if we can, because that is where all of the most of the trade is going to come from. If we can capture all, or at least control the majority of the sort of the coastlines here in the subcontinent, it is going to provide us with a superlative income. It really, really is. But as you can see here, the Marathons are not going quietly. And they have assaulted Mysore. As you can see, Mysore has already seen its fair share of combat. We have managed to bring up many of these units back to full strength, but as you can see, such has been the fighting within this campaign. You can see here a number of the units aren't back up to full strength by any means. But then again, the Maratha Confederate, particularly this army, has taken quite a thrashing down to 19 men here, 57 men here. There are a few at full strength. The 6th Dakhili here, they've also got the Hindu Musketeers. Again, they're not at full strength either. Neither of the Royal Indian Infantry Guards, their elites. These are wonderful. They really are a wonderful unit. They've only got 2 cannon. They've got plenty of cavalry as always, but we must become complacent here. They've also got plenty of melee cavalry, but we're going to station ourselves. We've got lots of firepower here, which really is in our favour. Not at the highest calibre of cannon either in fire support, but still we shall use what we have available to us, and thus we shall defend this city with great vigour. But you can only hope that these from Goa don't send their forces down here, otherwise we might have to sort of bring other forces across to deal with this. They still got forces loitering about here. We also have far in this Calcutta here, as you can see, Calcutta is under our control. We did lose Cuttack though, because we had to give that up to get Calcutta, because that was the greater prize. So there was a little bit of sort of toing and froing there, but still we shall take this fight, my friends, and let us fight and take this. Oh, we've got this army here, so if needs be we can pull this army away, but ideally we'd like to try and get rid of this army here of the Marathans, and then we would sort of almost link up with our allies here. But let's take this fight, my friends. The battle here has to be absolutely key here. We cannot allow ourselves to be dislodged from this city. It is the prize, the principal. Mysore really is the principal city here. Be under no illusions. It's been quite a campaign here, it really has. Now, as you can see, we've got a number of gaps here in our defences. Only on this particular side, we will have to be very careful what we do here. So we'll have to defend here. But it looks like the Marathans are coming in from this particular vantage point. Now look at that valley here. We're firing into a valley, so that means they've got and also this sort of ridge here will disrupt sort of their ability to move in any sort of coordinated attack here. So we've got to be able to be careful that we guard the back entrance here, and also here as well. There's massive gaps in our defences. We cannot take our eye off the ball here, even for a second. We do have plenty of household guards here as well, which we will be using to keep them on their toes. Now, let us set ourselves squarely here and firmly ready to take this fight. Plenty of household cavalry, which is always good to see. Not at full strength, but still. th 63rd, 61st, 52nd. We'll bring them all in here. 13th Regiment, 62nd, almost at full strength. th 53rd Regiment. Now these firelock arm systems, we could use these as sort of a way, as a sort of a counter-charge regiment if they breach the walls. So just put them here, gentlemen. Thank you. 14th Regiment. I don't believe... we probably need to concert our cavalry on one particular flank here, so we can make the most of this opportunity we've got here to really strike them in the flank if needs be. We'll probably set them on the outside here just to make sure we do have the necessary resources to counter anything on the outside. At least keep them on their toes and keep them pulling their forces in different directions. That's what we've got to do here. We have to be savvy here. We've got plenty of firepower here. We actually bring the mortars, I think, quite close to the edge here so they can fire over the wall and have that good range. But look at that in the distance there. Look at Mysore, it's massive. I think we'll have this 62nd here. That is probably our sort of single largest regiment here. We don't have the extended defences here, as you can see. It is only the sort of the minimal defences, as it were. They obviously haven't invested in this here, but we've taken the city as is. So we can just hold on to this city now for a bit longer. Gentlemen, the blazes is going on here. Thank you. That's more like it. I don't mind if it's stretched across such a large swathe here. It does give us the ability to defend larger sections of the wall with single regiments, which is good to see. 64th. I think we'll have the 55th right here on the edge here. And we might just put this small regiment here, 64th, sort of covering this. Gentlemen, please. If that's how it needs to be, then so be it. We just have to make do with what we got here. Now we do need to try and keep... What we'll do is we'll use the militia to sort of seal off these areas here. Try and move around us. The chances are they're going to move around us. We do need to have this support here. And here. And we've got the General Savosky here. Wonderful commander. And here as well. Just to hold on there. We've got more Firelock citizens here. The 54th. Here. 63rd. Now that does stretch. These regiments are stretching quite nicely across here, as you can see. Our ability, I think we must use the smaller regiments here. I think that's going to be probably the key, as you can see here. It's going to be better for us. We'll have this regiment here just in case they move around the side. It's more like it. We'll try and keep this regiment and this regiment in reserve if possible, just so we can react should that happen. Again, we need the General Savosky here. Let's just move these gentlemen here, and then we'll put General Savosky behind here. Now, of course, we can react either way with these reinforcements. Now, the 8-inch mortars, we don't really need them to be up front, as you can see here. They just about stretch here. We're going to just put these gentlemen a little bit far further forward here, but that added some fire support, because they can fire up and over. Now we've got to set these gentlemen absolutely square on here. Now let's put these into two separate... We do have carcass shot. Now what's the range of carcass shot? Oh, that's a... No, wait a minute. Don't tell me carcass shot is... a brief shot just across the bows, because that's not going to do us any good here. No, it looks like carcass shot is actually going to be stretched. We can't see where that is. Unusual. We'll have the carcass shot there. I think we are ready to go here. We've got our cavalry on the outside as well. Set to defend the outside here as well. Let's begin. That's how it looks. That's a lot there. As you can see, they're immediately moving around here. Oh, wait a minute. Man, for goodness sake, sir, get a grip of yourself. Look at that, they're already firing, sir. Begin firing, gentlemen. Nothing short of a miracle, sir. Just got to keep bombarding them here. We've got to get ourselves in a worthwhile position here, because these ridges here, look at these canyons, these ridges here are going to prove havoc for us here. Look at how we get right in behind them here. What a wonderful deployment area here, it really is. Ah! Let's get rid of these polygar. Look at that. Oh, this is a great swathe. There's the enemy being cut to pieces, sir. We're gonna hit these, ambush these right on the rise here, sir. We can ambush this section here. Steady, lads, steady now. Wait for the order, wait for the order. Go past, let them go past. Lancers. Oh, look at that. Lost all those men here, they've broken through here. Oh my goodness, we've lost sections of wall here, we haven't even kept an eye on things here. this field, sir. Lads. We've lost so many men here. Push them back. Look at this cavalry's done a wonder. Let's get stuck in there, lads. Stuck there. Shattered. Look at that shot there, sir. give them anything. We gotta break them here, lads. Look at that. Here they come. Here they come. I'm gonna go in for the kill here. I'm gonna keep bombarding them here. Oh, come on, gentlemen, for goodness sake, get in there! Starting to take an effect on them now. They've gone, look at that, absolutely massacred. Sir. Absolutely being picked apart here. What a fight this has been. Let's limber up. I'm going to move this gun. We're going to move these guns out into the open, out here, so we get a better fire here. Bosky. Well, I'll be damned. Where have they come from? anything more like it. Where the blazes have they come from? Oh, gentlemen, this is not a Sunday stroll. I mean, look at this. It's an absolute death zone here. And look at this fortress. It's been absolutely mauled. We're going to have to completely rebuild this. Completely rebuild it. My goodness me, look at the fight that's been taking place here. This really has tested us to the limit. Line, gentlemen. Oh, that was a good tactic there. We can see if we can swing this entire flank here. Shattered. Broken only. Let's make sure this is done and dusted here once and for all. there? The blazes? Where the blazes does Pindari Helmsman come from? Don't you waver, gentlemen, don't you waver. We've absolutely vanquished this army here. My goodness me. I'm going to close in. I'm going to deal with this once and for all. Hasn't been the tidiest of battles, but then again, when has any battle ever been that tidy, my friends? It hasn't. They've broken. Yes. We ran them through, sir. Now that was a fight, now that was a battle. We only lost 943, we've got a good amount still left. They got 844 left. Statistics, look at the kills here. Household Cavalry did a wonderful job there. 12 pounders, not bad at all. They've been soundly thrashed there. This army is in good order. Now, we've got 23,000 coming in next turn. Let us try and repair what we can here at least. We have taken... Oh, look at that. That was a... Look at the battle there. 32 men. Mind you, we haven't come out of that battle too badly at all. General Jean-Luc Hill here, but we do have quite a sturdy army here. And also here. We've got this army here that can probably deal with it, but we do need to get this army up as quickly as possible to good... Oh, look at that. We'll have all these gentlemen joining very soon, which is excellent. Now, can the Mughal Empire here... The Mughal here... Can they do justice here to us? Well, we have taken here Calcutta. Ah, look at that. We've got all these guard units coming in here. Even though we are being hit extensively here. We can only hope. They've got Cuttack and they've got Nagpur, but the major cities have fallen now to our troops. We are bringing all these under our control very soon. These will be replenished. We don't have anything to threaten us here apart from Goa. And they've got war elephants as well, which can be brutal in the charge. Oh, look at that. We can get some research going here, which is good to see. I think with India being... But we do need to get our ships up and running here. Now we could get this sauerkraut, lime juice and sauerkraut, which will give us a native hospital, so we might go down this tree here. What does longitude and watch need? We might move down to Sextant here to try and get platoon firing. We do have quicklime as well, but could we go down the technology route here? The puddling furnace. What do we have at our disposal here at the moment? What's going to be... We've got a lot of textile here, if I'm not mistaken. So I think the textile... Yeah, I think textile research will be probably the best for us. I think we'll get spinning loom. Spinning mule, should I say, here. Yeah, I think we'll give spinning mule here. It'll give us an 8% increase in our in the wealth generated from those. We've also got... So, Satara is ours. Actually, Spain have got Ahmednagar here, which means Spain must have given something up here for... Or do we give that to Spain? Oh no, Spain must have taken that from the Mughal here, but it is good to see that the Mughals have done their part here. We have taken the richest part of India, is under our control here. including, as you can see here, the trade ports here. We can probably end our turn here, but we do have Poland here, a hostile war with Poland, a war with Britain as well, unfriendly with a lot of nations aren't friendly. We are very friendly with Spain, which is good to see. $23,000, that'll at least give us something to work with there. Our trade income is starting to really bloom here. And Malta is bringing in a great swathe of money here for us. 90,000 there. We are allied with the Ottomans, who are holding their own here against the ever-increasing threat from the Poles, but also Russia have got Serbia here, which is a little disconcerting. And there is this, are they still at war here? They're at war with, yes, they are at war with Poland. So Poland and the Dutch, as you can see, the Dutch have actually taken Königsberg, East and West Prussia. Now that is a huge watershed here, watershed moment in terms of the sort of dwindling the Polish power here. But look at the Dutch. I mean, they are just expanding exponentially here. Let's end the turn, my friends. We must focus on what we're doing here. Only with what we've got here will our sort of our power really have any. Oh, don't do it, Austria. Don't do it, Austria. They're sending a number of ships. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. Mighty provinces, what will they do? Because they really are in a real fight with the Poles. As you can see, a lot going on here. A lot going on here. And indeed it is good to see. Nothing happening just yet, but have they just taken additional land here? That's the key. Dutch just are an absolute powerhouse. They might even start to challenge the Russians. As you can see, look at Russia. Russia is just an absolute titan here. The Ottomans are holding their own as well, but we've got this sort of real tussle here between East and West. When you see this great swathe here of Western Europe is under Dutch control, the Dutch are so powerful. Spain. Now we are in good order with the Spanish. Oh, there's been some kind of tussle there on the border, and there as well. Is there a rebellion there, or is it just merely the Dutch attacking the Spanish? Now, what will Poland do to respond? Ottoman Empire. Hopefully the Ottomans can at least do something to repel or keep Poland at bay here. Hang on a minute. Have the Ottomans just moved in here? Is the Ottomans just taken that territory there? Because if they have, they've started to move against the Poles. That's what we want. We want the Poles to be kept at arm's length from ourselves. Russia. What will Russia do? But no movement here on the Russian front just yet. Russia still. And Britain here, but as you can see, look at the Britain here, they're taking damage here, lots of damage. Their troops aren't still in good health here at all, but they do have the fleet, they do have Sweden, of course an ally of ours, Marathons. We did send in this sort of reconnaissance force here to see, but quite clearly the Marathons are going to defend that quite rigorously. So let's just take that fight there. And they lost one there, which is good to see.
Disastro.
It is disastro. But looks like we don't mind if they attack here, but it's what the Marathons will do with the forces they've got. Will they send the forces of Goa? It looks like they're going to try and retake this. No, they're not. They're just going to raid us here, which is fine. This gives us time here to get ourselves back on a firm footing here. Morocco, again, not doing much. The Mughals, what will the Mughal do? Quebec, absolutely nothing at all. Yes, Tunis, Bijapur. We knew that we would have problems here in Bijapur. We could get the drill school here as well to try and really ramp up our forces. We do need the drill school, I think. What do we have here? We can get company infantry, so we're okay at the moment. We can also get the great arsenal here for 12 pounders. We're going. God, -11. Good grief. We know we're going to get a rebellion here, so we're going to let that sit. We're going to let that stand. We need the money here. But by then, our forces should be in good strength, good root health then, to really bring ourselves back up here. We do have these gentlemen here can replenish and repair. As this gentleman here. Let's get all of these forces up and running here. College, which we don't just need just yet. We've got to focus on our industrial strength. Look at that.
In attesa di ordini. Altri ordini?
And we've got that additional cavalry unit in here as well. Now let's replenish and repair all of these gentlemen. Not too bad there on the costs. But again, we've got this just a small reserve force here. Engineering school is going to definitely give us the 24 pounders, but we can't invest in that just yet. My goodness me, we do have some good trade here. We really do. How is our naval forces coming? Look at those. Absolutely fantastic. Now we've got all the war galleons we can get here. But eventually we are going to move in and we're going to take the trade loads. Oh, look at that in Bengal. What have we got in? What's in attack here? Eventually we'll move in and take attack. We will take attack back off them. Mark my words.
Pronti all'azione. Ordini ricevuti.
Now we know what's there. If we could take all of this coastal line here, all the way around, the amount of income we'll have from that will be stupendous. But we've just got to wait. We've got a college here. We really want to do. think we'll invest. We'll invest some more in getting additional armies here. We need to secure all we can here. What will that give us? Grenadiers. Do we have grenadiers already here? At the moment, no. Yes, we do. So we've got all the grenadiers we can get at the moment. So getting that school there, that drill school, won't really do us any good at all. It won't do us any good at all. We do have a very powerful force in Arcot here. Could get an engineering school here to get the 24 pounds, but at the moment, the war we're fighting at the moment doesn't really warrant that. These are costs that we can meet at the moment. We will have to eventually sally forth, take those, deal with those, but I think what we'll do is we've got 24 pounds already here. So I think we'll start constructing an army now. It's going to put us firmly on the offensive here. We're going to put an army together here. It's going to deal with this. We'll take Goa with it as well. Oh, look. What? Marines? I think we shall take some Marines, sir. Thank you very much. Look at that, Marines. And I think in that vein we shall actually get a great arsenal so we can upgrade to the 24 pounders here in Satara. We could assemble a force here, a very powerful force. I'd like to upgrade this if possible. What do we need? We need naval architecture here to get a dry dock. The dry dock will give us what? An Admiral's 5th rate. And an Admiral's flagship 3rd rate. So I think we shall, once we've gotten quicklime shells, I think we'll go for this to get the dry dock. Then we'll go for, I think we'll go for this straight away to get the naval hospital. We'll skip some of the other technologies just so we can get to the ports we want. We've sealed off this. We should see them starting to crumble. As you can see here, they're starting to lose armies here because they don't have the income to support them, which is good to see. Get 2 more here because we're going to move and take attack. Oh, look at that, mercenaries. $22,428. So as you can see here, we're starting to put together the forces now we need to strike and take attack, but also hold Calcutta. If we can take all of the seaboards, it means it gives us full access, full control of all the trade lines in and out of India, and that, my friends, gives you a titanic amount of income. It really does. If we can increase our exports, especially if we take Goa here as well, and increase Goa 524 here, but we can work on these. 43 chests. What's the trade at the moment for tea? 26, 35 for tobacco, 34 for spices. Spices, look at that, for cotton, 39. If we do need to get ourselves on some of these trade lines here, as you can see, we already have probably have the largest trade fleet in the world, and to that end I think what we'll do is increase our trade fleet once again. Actually, do we have, let's get a 6th rate here. Another 6th rate. We've got to invest to be able to make more money. Look at this army here. Now where was this army heading here? We're allied with New Spain. Why do we have...
Pronti.
I believe we're going to send this army. We're sending this army to... Oh, just about. Just about under control. We're going to send this army to
Siamo pronti.
the subcontinent.
Pronti agli
And this army as well.
Signor sì.
I think that'd be the best option for us. Is to send this these armies to the subcontinent. We're at peace with with Spain. What's happened here? Nothing's happened here at all. So Poland hasn't fought back at all. It's good to see the Ottomans doing well as well. 27,000 here our income from the Ottomans. We're actually supporting the Ottomans very well here. We can only hope that they do manage to hold here. And oh, look at that! They've lost Norway here. Sweden's under a lot of pressure. We've got to get those forces to... We're not going to weaken this force here at all, but we'll wait for what we've got coming in here. Let's get another 6 rate. We're going to be sending these forces to
Siamo pronti.
India to actually deal the final blow.
Signore. Pronti.
So let's take...
Pronti. In marcia. Maestà.
Let's adapt here this
Avanti.
force. Let's stiffen its resolve.
All'istante. I vostri ordini, maestà. Pronti. In marcia. Vostra maestà. Pronti. In marcia. In attesa di ordini. Da sinistra. In marcia.
That's more like it. Look at that. We don't have any guns in here at all, but that's a powerful force to send to India. And that will actually probably take Goa. This force will take Goa straight off the march. Now if we take Goa, we've got all of this is under our control. There's two last places, Nagpur and Cuttack. We can take Cuttack. Then once we take Nagpur, it's all over. The Maratha Confederacy is finally silenced. And once all these are replenished and repaired, and actually coming up pretty quickly here to full strength, which is good to see. So they should be able to hold here quite well here. But if we can take Goa straight off the march, as soon as we arrive in the theatre, we can take it. Then we're going to put a force together here, as you can see. Take a force together here, and we're going to move in and take Cuttack. They've got nothing in here at all they've got is army defending outside. We can probably take the city straight off the march. They haven't even got the money to repair this. And then what we'll do then, once we've taken that, we'll then move against Nagpur, take that, and all of it is under our control. Apart, of course, if only we could have got Hyderabad, that would have been an absolute wonder to take Hyderabad. But they took it here, the Mughal. The Mughal here have taken it. But if we could have taken that, we'd have unified all of this, all of the most powerful regions within the subcontinent would have been ours. Because you can see, look at the size of Hyderabad here, it is massive. And it gives some wonderful resources, it really does. But they've got three pleasure gardens, which seems odd. But if we can take this, we take Nagpur, mind you, Nagpur has a massive regions here. Tobacco plantation as well, that'll definitely come in. Oh no, that's a sugar plantation there. Rice. Brothel. Oh, look at that, and a mine as well. 875. So we can take all of these. Our wealth will just expand exponentially here. It really will. But my friends, I'm going to end this episode here. Again, I'd like to thank all of you for your wonderful support and your wonderful advice, and thank you all for taking the time to comment and to leave your suggestions about how we can adapt, how we can change sort of introduction, how we can change the campaigns altogether, just to make it so that we can try and accommodate all of you who want to see different things within the campaign, both before it begins and during the campaign. And also just keep things quality as high as possible. I thank all of you for that, my friends. It's been an absolute joy to read and to see your wonderful support. I do apologise again for not being able to reply and for just being able to get one video time out, but hopefully that will change. But again, I won't promise that, just in case things do prevent me from doing so. But I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, my friends, please keep your comments coming down below. Please put your plans and your comments, your proposals, your advice down in the comments below, because we'll need it for this campaign. Where do we go once we have dealt with the Marathan Confederacy? What happens then, my friends? Where do we go from there? But of course, I shall leave that in your capable hands. Whatever you're doing, please be safe, my friends. And until next time, bye for now.